This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. We've reached week 9 of the EA Sports college football season. Contenders, pretenders, starting to separate. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. And the Gamecocks ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. The coverage team maintains his discipline. Not much doing on that return. Run inside. It's Blaylock. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They give it to him again. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. To the air. It's Mateer. Here comes the heat. On target to the left. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Left side is Sategna. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Quick give. It's Blaylock. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rush right in his face. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. In the backfield, it's Sategna. Jukes his way for more. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way, Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the 1st down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it, and this guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease, make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the 1st to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They give it back to him. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the 1st on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Here's Robinson. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Robinson. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. They're going to run it. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Decision coming up here. I'm kicking a field goal, though, David. First drive of the game. You want to pay it off and just put some points up on the board.
Well, and see, I'd go for the touchdown because here's the thing. I'm going to make them go the length of the field, almost 100 yards, even if I get stopped. I'm starting this game aggressive.
They've converted on 4th down once, but here's the big one. 4th and goal. Touchdown Sooners! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Sellers through the noise. Going for a big play right off the bat. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Man, and that's one he probably wants back. And sometimes you underestimate the speed of your guy or how fast he gets out there. And you could tell, just threw that a little bit too far. His receiver didn't have the jets to go catch up with that one.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I think it's safe to say Lenore Sellers, David, probably one of the most polarizing players in all of college football. You've seen how special and freakishly talented this guy is with his ability not just throwing the football, but running it, the strength, the size, the power, and more than anything what we saw a year ago was his ability to avoid sacks and avoid negative plays. I know this. He doesn't have a chance unless this offensive line gets a lot better, but they believe they've built that up. And if that's the case, this could be a very special year for South Carolina.
Well, and let's be honest, this is where they spent their money in the offseason. They wanted to fortify the offensive line. They brought in Kendall Browse at the coordinator spot. They did everything they could to build around this young man. Lenore Sellers' talent is through the roof. We know it. Big, strong, can throw it. Now the pieces around him, a big year could be coming for this big young man. Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Gamecocks are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field. And the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Cuts it upfield. It's Blaylock. Nowhere to go. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Out wide left, it's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, going to throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Running inside, it's Blaylock. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. The Sooners line up to punt it away. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They take over down 7-0 and trying to get even on this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Right back to the well. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Sellers. Fires to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Catch is made at the 15. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Man, that is is a crazy sequence of events, right? There you are, you're the punt returner, you're thinking, our defense just got a 3 and out. We started this game as well as we can. The last thing you can do is put the football on the ground, and kudos to the punt team getting down the field, recovering it, and taking it in for a touchdown.
I'm about to say, great job being alert, man. That ball gets hit. Once it gets hit, it's live. Now I scoop it up, get some blocking out in front. They take it back to the house. That is the way you start the football game. Your offense didn't do the job, but special teams comes through right away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He's changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good, the hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over it. Turning it on. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Blaylock. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He'll try to take it back.
And that is such a veteran play by that defender. In cover 0, he knows the quarterback's going to have to get rid of the football quickly, so he's getting ready to jump anything that's going to be underneath. He does just that. Great job with the speed. Nice job reeling it in for the INT.
They'll run the counter. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Throwing, Sellers. Right down the middle. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He'll try to do it himself. Breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 2nd and long here. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. He'll pull it down. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Straight ahead, it's Clark. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. QB got it himself. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Sellers. Look out! Oh, the sweet feet. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Louisville taking on the Stanford Cardinal. And it's Louisville with a real chance to make this a memorable season. A 7th straight victory following everything that happened last year would put the rest of the sport on notice. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Under pressure. Back's got it on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Throwing Sellers. He's got him this time. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Left side is Hunt. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
The Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's McAllister. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Now here's Sellers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football. Man, I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Got his man.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. He wants to go deep. Gets rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Out wide left, it's Sategna. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Here's Sellers to throw. Nice grab in traffic. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Sets his feet, it's Sellers. Right side, it's Clark. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on.
Kearney on the Jets. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those.
Fires toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. There he goes. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Left side is Robinson. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Hits inside. It's Sategna. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Somehow fits it into that traffic. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on 3rd down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge 3rd down conversion for this offense.
Sees a crease. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. That holding call backs them up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's Mateer. Just got rid of that one.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. There he goes. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Setting up the screen. Got some room in it at the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina offense is back on the field. After giving up that score on the last possession, now they need a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie things up. The run inside. It's McAllister. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sellers. Rush right in his face. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Bringing it back.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Going to the run, it's Robinson. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown Sooners! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. Like, but now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Throwing Sellers. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Fourth down, Sellers. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. After that big stop by the defense, now they can salt this thing away. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moving the pocket, it's Mateer. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent he will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
On third down, he drops to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Cradles it at the 35. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's Sellers to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Reels it in. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Sellers through the noise. Into the end zone. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Working that left side now. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. The Gamecocks take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. There he goes. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute, ice this game.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it.